और लग के कर दिखाने में, मान लेने में कि जिंदगी ऐसे ही कटे और सुबह 4 बजे, ये अभी तो बस शुरुआत है। किसी मैगजीन को हाथ में लेने में और उसी मैगजीन के कवर पेज पे होने में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वीआईपी सीट में और उसकी पिछली सीट में इतना सा ही तो फर्क है। वो जिसका मैदान ही खुला आसमान है, वही कल जमीन पर तो था। पूछोगे तो बताएगा वो पंछी, ये एक दायरे में सिमटने में और पूरी दुनिया को दायरा बनाने में बस इतना सा फर्क है। इतना कितना है? इतना है या इतना है? जो नापेगा वो जाने कि जहां धरती और आसमान मिलते हैं, नानकुर से दूर, अगर मगर शायद से दूर, वहां भी दोनों में फर्क बस इतना सा है। धरती और सातवें आसमान में फर्क बस इतना सा है। ये एक अंतर प्रेरणा है। ये हमारी, आपकी, हम सब की अंतर प्रेरणा है। एक कदम, एक छलांग, एक बाजी, एक गहरी सांस और एक ललकार खुली हवाओं में कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन फिजाओं के लिए, कि हाँ मैं बना हूं उन ऊंचाइयों के लिए जो ऊंची तो बहुत है पर नामुमकिन भी नहीं, क्योंकि मुमकिन और नामुमकिन में बस इतना सा फर्क है। धूप छांव में फर्क बस इतना सा। तो बस चलिए फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया के साथ ये फर्क मिटा देते हैं। फ्रेंचाइज इंडिया।
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us on this webinar of Business Opportunity Over Chai. Business Opportunity Over Chai presented by the management of Franchise India with an aim to introduce you with a new business opportunity every day at 12 o'clock. Today also we are going to present a new business opportunity for all of you. But before we'll start sharing the business and brand details, let me just run you through with the Q&A process. If you have any questions during the webinar, please type your question into the Q&A box. We will take up all your questions post our presentation. So while we run you through with the presentation and brand details, I would request you to please keep sharing your questions into the Q&A box to make this webinar more interactive. We see some of you raising your hand during the webinar. I would request you to please write your question instead of raising your hand so that we can understand your query and we can answer you accordingly. Our today's brand is EasyBuild, Build Beyond Dreams. They are providing a platform, a metaverse commerce platform for complete business material solutions. They have 30 plus years of legacy in providing the similar kind of solutions. We have Mr. Sunil Jain. He is the franchise head in EasyBuild to give you more information about the brand and the expansion. Along with, we have Mr. Balraj Singh. He's heading this franchisee part in Delhi NCR market, into North market basically. We have Mr. Kumar Gaurav and Amir. They both are working on this brand from franchising. We have Mr. Ashok ji on this panel to explain you more about the brand investment part and understanding of the commercials. So I would like to welcome all my panelists here on this panel today. And I would like to request Mr. Sunil Jain to take the lead and provide information about the brand along with the services and opportunity they are providing to our investors in Indian market. Over to you, Sunil ji.
Thank you, Neha, for giving a brief. I welcome all and good afternoon to everybody. Myself, Sunil Jain, I have about 30 plus years of experience working with the major cement brands of India like ECC, Ambuja, JK Lakshmi Cement. And about 7 months back, I've joined hands with the Kanodia Group. They have a background of cement trading and then into cement manufacturing. Currently, they have 5 cement plants of their own and installed capacity of about 6 million tons per annum. So during my earlier days when I was working with the other cement companies, I got in touch with the Kanodia Group, the promoters. There are two brothers, Vishal and Gautam Kanodia. And Vishal ji always had a dream कि सुनील जी जब भी कोई घर बनाता है तो उसको बहुत परेशानियां आती हैं, बहुत दिक्कतें आती हैं। तो मेरा एक सपना है कि हम कुछ ऐसा कॉन्सेप्ट लाएं कि जिसमें आदमी को घर बनाना हो और वो एक ही छत पे आए और उसकी सारी दिक्कतें हम दूर कर पाए और सब कुछ उसको प्रोवाइड करवा पाए. So he had this thought, say about 6 years back, but then he brought his thought and dream into a concept, and the concept is called Easy Build. right? So here, we have a in this marketplace on the demands on the supply side. What we have done is एक घर जो है वो 8 प्रोडक्ट कैटेगरीज से पूरा हो जाता है, right from foundation to locking the house. So these categories namely are a structure, which is cement, steel, and aggregates and bricks. Then you whatever are required in paint. Then you can say electricals. You have switches, wires, appliances, fans, exhaust fans, geysers. Then you have one category is kitchen, complete kitchen. Then you have ply and laminate doors and windows. Then you have bathware, in which you can build your complete home right from foundation to locking the house. So on the supply side, we have associated with national level brands of India in all the 8 product categories. The availability now today is about 5 to 8 brands in each product category. Just to give you an example, in cement, we have Ambuja, we have ACC, we have JK Lakshmi, we have JK Super, we have Shri Cement. Like in paint, we have Asian, we have Dulux, we have Shalimar, we have Narrowleg. In tiles, we have Somani, Kajaria, Hindware, Orient Bells. Like that, in each product category, there are 5 to 10 brands with whom we have associated. The price negotiation is done directly by us with the brands. Like I had the structure category, cement, steel, and aggregates. I have 30 plus years of experience. Similarly, in each category, we have experienced hands who are heading the category for price negotiation, deliveries, services, all that stuff. Apart from Easy Build, I also look after the franchise part of the expansion plan of our concept. So this is on the supply side, association with 5 to 8 brands in each product category. Then again, in these brands, we have categorized these brands into 3 segments: leader brand, challenger brand, and trade brand. Leader, like in paint, Asian Paints is the leader brand. In cement, Ambuja is the leader brand. In tiles, Somani is the leader brand. In sanitary and bathware, Jaguar, Grohe, they are the leader brands. Then the second segment is challenger, which has equal quality, but they are slightly lower in the price, but they challenge the quality of the leader brand. And the third segment is trade, which is cheaper in price, but okay in quality. So why we have segmented these brands into 3 categories is to feed each type of customer with respect to the depth of the pocket of the customer, right? So this is the supply side. On the demand side, it's like a pyramid. We have a field staff which is equipped with the Meta bikes and Meta vans. They go to the field, to the construction sites, which are mapped through Google, and they collect the information of the construction sites. And then this is one part. Then the second part is we have associated, like the first experience center is opened where I'm sitting right now in GIP Mall, Noida. And this center caters to 2 districts, Ghaziabad and Gautam Budh Nagar, which is Noida and Greater Noida. And apart from these going to the construction sites, we have associated with about 1,000 influencers whom we call Sathi. They are masons, plumbers, painters, electricians, applicators, from all the 8 product segments, the users, the ground people who use these things while constructing the house, we have associated them with us. On top of that, about 50 A category contractors and 50 A category architects, which have business, which have construction work, all the 365 days in the year, we have associated with them. And on top of that, in these 2 districts, we have associated with about categories. Reseller here means any dealer selling paint, any dealer selling cement, any dealer selling steel, any dealer selling electricals, bathware, sanitary ware, laminates, doors, windows. So Today, these resellers are dealing in either one product category or maybe two product category. And in those product categories, they may be dealing in one brand or two brand. So there is an opportunity for the reseller to, add into his category. First opportunity, suppose a dealer of paint selling only Asian paint. He may be getting customers from other brands of paint like Berger, like Nerolac, Shalimar. So he does not have to keep the inventory of these. Pass that order to Easy Build. We have our own logistic arm, which is called Easy Ship. We will pick up let's say there is an order of Shalimar paint at the Asian paint dealer. Our logistic arm will pick up that consignment from the Shalimar's fulfillment center and deliver it to the customer. So in the logistic arm, we have right from a motorbike or a scooty to e-rickshaw to van to larger size truck, depending on the volume and quantity of a particular order. And while placing the order, customer can see the delivery time. It could be few hours, it could be same day, it could be next day. So the delivery time will also be there with each order, so customer can see that. The next opportunity for the reseller is that if he is interested in selling cross category means the categories in which he is not dealing today. A paint dealer not dealing in cement, not dealing in tiles, not dealing in bathware, sanitary ware, he can deal with these categories also. So the opportunity basket for resellers are, he can add into his category C plus, and he can do C plus plus, which is cross categories. So that is, if in case he needs any training, that I have been selling cement all my life, I don't know anything about cement, I don't know anything about tiles. So we can provide that cross category training also to those resellers or his staff or his family member, whomsoever he chooses. There is another let's say he's doing business worth 10 crores, 15 crores, 20 crores in his category. And he says, I am interested, but I don't have a time, to deal with customers of other categories. So we can put a shop in shop, SIS, in his shop in a small area. We can display all the brand logos and everything. And our person, or the franchisee person will sit throughout the day. Once the dealer has dealt with his category with the customer, for the other categories, this gentleman who's been made to sit in the SIS will explain about all the other product categories, the prices, delivery part, availability of brands, availability of different SKUs. All that stuff will be there in the app. He will explain that, book orders, and whatever order is booked in the SIS, the reseller gets commission on the orders booked. Otherwise, also, any retailer who does not have an SIS, but he books orders through Easy Build. So he will be able to see, let's say, a cement dealer booking paint worth 50,000 rupees. So once he books that paint, in the next page, he will see his commission. So on 50,000 rupees paint, he will get, 3,000 rupees or 2,000 rupees or 5,000. So every product category has a different percentage of margin. But that will be the next page. It is not available for the end buyer, but for the reseller, it is available. He can see order to order, what is my commission. And once the order is delivered, after the EPOD, electronic, is credited to his account the same day or the next day, whenever the process is completed.
Yeah, great, Sunilji. I think it's a very exciting opportunity. Yeah, Sunilji, it's a very exciting and great opportunity.
Yes. I'm coming to that.
Retailers.
Now,
so
after explaining the
if you want to share your presentation, please. You can
I will. Once the concept is made clear, so presentation is okay. So the concept explained to you, this concept is for the first time in the India, to my knowledge, even in the world. All other models of, solution under one roof are inventory models, right? So today we are associated, our association is with 73 brands. So if a shopkeeper has to take 73 agencies of different brands, it is next to impossible. Even if he thinks that he will, take this challenge and take 73 agencies, he needs something like 2 CR or maybe 3 CR or 4 CR only for the security deposits, of these 73 brands. And then even if he keeps inventory of only half a crore per brand, so he needs another 35-40 crores for keeping inventory, right? I have visited a few big construction material depots or stores outside India, huge inventory, and at times go out of fashion, out of use. So you have a lot of dead inventories, which is a clearly loss. So this is a first attempt. That is one. Second, this concept is a full cycle concept where right from manufacturer till end user and in between the users, the influencers, the architect, the contractor, the shopkeepers, there is an opportunity basket for all of them. All of them. We have not ignored any segment. We are providing, the entire circle of construction building material, right from manufacturing to the end use, and the in between traders and influencers also. So there's a very brief presentation I have kept for this presentation. I'll just run through that. So the first product category industry in India, which was about 8 lakh crore in 2015, which became 15 lakh, almost doubled in 2020, and it is estimated to be at 22 lakh crore in the year 2027. The CAGR of this industry is about 8%. So, already explained to you, there is an opportunity for the different SKUs. He can compare different brand, different qualities. He can budget his house, which is going to take 1.5 years. He can, place the things in metaverse technology using his own layout. He can see different colors, different designs of bathware, sanitary ware, switches, ply, laminate, tiles, whatever he can see that. And he gets every product at right price, right from the manufacturer. There is no intermediaries, where he can have ki koi duplicate cheez aa gayi. So, and delivery time is specified in each order. Reseller, I've already explained, there is no, he does not have to keep inventory, and he has a scope. Today, if he's dealing in one brand, he can deal in 5 brands, he can deal in 10 brands, he can go up to number of brands which are associated with Easy Build, which is 73 today. It could be, 100 tomorrow, or maybe more than that. So, Sathi, I have told you, influencers, they have full opportunity. We will be providing them training. We will be even going for a program which will provide them social security. Every manufacturer want, more sales, more reach, more depth, improve their margins. So there is an opportunity for them. And I've already told you, we have associated with architects and contractors. So it's a full cycle. There is an opportunity basket for everyone. I will skip this, Ashokji, for you.
Yeah, sure, Sunil.
So how the order execution will happen, I touched upon it while explaining the concept. Any order booked at any place, let's say at a reseller point or at a contractor point or at an architect point, they will be through our web page, will be putting that order into Easy Build's web page. In case it is a reseller, he will know his margin. This order will come to Easy Build, and it will simultaneously go to Easy Build's logistic arm, Easy Ship, and that order will be placed to the brand fulfillment center. After some time, or whatever time is given in the order, somewhere in between, the fulfillment center will automatically, we will get a message that your consignment is packed and ready. At this point, the logistic arm will send the required vehicle to pick the consignment, and it is picked, and with 2 copies of bills are taken. The consignment moves to the customer. It is delivered there, and an EPOD on the app acknowledgement is taken. Once the acknowledgement is taken, the billing cycle from Easy Build also happens, and then the commission part, payment to brand is all, in between is done. So this is how the orders will, each order will show the time of delivery. This will be the order execution part. These are the brands as on today which are associated with us. So this is the complete concept in one slide. I have already explained you on the supply side. We have tied up with 73 brands. Manufacturers need reach and depth to improve their margins. The 8 product categories are given on top: structure, tiles and adhesive, bathware, sanitary fittings, paint and putty, kitchen and wardrobes, electrical and lighting, plywood, laminates, door and windows, hardware, pipes, plumbing, etc. One more thing, off late, about 1.5 months back, we have added one more category, which is white goods. I believe everybody understands white goods are, television, refrigerator, air conditioners, mixers, juicers, all those stuff we have also added. And we are adding more brands into it. 3, 4 brands have already associated. We have already started. And one more information I want to give you. Our tech got delayed, which was to come in November, October. So, but we did not skip our date. We started offline selling, and we are doing very well in till the tech started. We did very well in the offline selling also of all the product category. The younger generation who not the younger generation, today everybody knows the importance of CO2 emission. Every country, the whole world is working on reducing CO2 emissions. In our concept, there is a reduction in one logistic arm. So if we open 100 experience centers, like say 100 districts or about 100 districts, so these 100 ECs together will reduce 90,000 metric tons of CO2 per year by reduction in one logistic arm. On the customer side, I've already explained you, customer have the choice, he can choose, he can compare, he can budget, he can see different items, in the metaverse, kaisa mera ghar lagega banne ke baad, all that stuff he will know. Reseller, there is a margin to, deal with more brands within his category, or he can add further categories if he's interested. So whatever brands are associated, so simply बोले, इजी बिल्ड से एसोसिएट होने के बाद हर कोई हर कुछ बेच सकता है. If I say it simply in Hindi, so that is the opportunity for all. Thank you very much. As Neha said, there will be questions in the Q&A box. We'll be answering those questions once Ashok ji takes you through the financials of this concept. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Sunil ji. I think it's a very brief and very crisp presentation. So now I will basically first discuss some more about the business dynamics. So as this is a metaverse platform to sell everything related to your house construction under one roof. So I think this is the first kind of platform in the world, in the industry, that basically, especially Kanodia Group has built. I think it's a dream of FIHL Kanodia, and they have turned into a reality. Right. And second thing, it's going to simplify many lives. You think from a user or a buyer perspective, suppose you are constructing your house, how much time you need to spend just to buy your material. I think it may take you 1 month, 2 months of your personal time that goes into just buying this material, right? So to do your purchase from Easy Build, you can save your personal time, and that is the direct cost of your personal time that you spent on purchasing, right? Second thing, buyer need quality, and buyer need basically to compare. So we visit multiple stores, multiple brands, multiple categories, multiple colors, to pick and choose for our home construction material, so that everything is possible under one roof. Simply using technology, you can see, you can visualize your home, you can visualize your bedroom, you can visualize your kitchen, you can visualize your bath fitting, everything, right? And best thing that under your budget, you can do a budgeted shopping, you know. So you can, within your budget, you can construct your house. So that is the direct benefit for my consumer. What is the benefit for my seller, right? Or the franchisee, right? So my, as reseller is selling, Sunil ji has already explained, like they are selling like one category or two categories, but limited products, limited categories, you know. So that gives them a whole universe of like selling all categories. More than 16,000 products you can sell under one roof. So that kind of universe you get at zero inventory. Zero inventory. And this whole business, if you take this business, if you put the inventory cost in this business model, your profits drops drastically. Right? Now we are coming to the as a manufacturers or producers. What they need more geographic presence, they need more market penetration, and they need to sell more. Right? And so that is basically the whole concept. Basically, Easy Build is bringing to the industry. Now, this model is also based on the principles of your sustainable development goals. So sustainable development goals was the initiative of United Nations, and they have basically putting efforts, energy, and resources, and they are working across the globe on sustainable development goals, right? And sustainable development goals are basically based on three principles. One is your economic development, right? So economic development means what business or what value, how much you can earn, you know. So that is totally related to your commercial benefits, right? Second part of the sustainable development goals is your social development, social impact, right? So as Sunilji said, like they are also covering the social aspects. They're like talking about financial benefit to the influencers, right? So basically, it's giving back to the society to basically improve their livelihood, right? And third aspect of the sustainable development goal is your environmental concerns, right? So whole world, like more than 15,000 scientists are working on emission projections, planning how to reduce emission levels. Right? So what it does basically, once you sell everything under one roof and your transportation, travel distance is basically reduces drastically, because your product from warehouse goes directly to the customer. So it reduces your travel distance, travel cost of the logistics. So this is again, so it follows the all three principles of sustainable development goals, right? So now I think I will share my screen. We'll look at the unit economics for my franchisee models. We are proposing two franchisee models. One is your franchisee owned, franchisee operated model, and second one is my company owned and franchisee operated model. Company owned franchisee model is again is subject to approval by the Easy Build team, because they are looking only for the specific locations where investor does not have the capacity to put the capex in the experience center, but it is a very high strategic location or property where basically definitely Easy Build wants to be at that place. So there basically we are going to consider company owned and franchisee operated model. So now this is a simple model that we have developed for a population of, you can say, 20 lakh people. So one city we are looking at, if you look at a demand of a city which has basically 20 lakh population, is 40,000 crore is the market size for that city, right? And from that like 40,000 crore of market, we are saying we are coming up with our experience centers, and we are talking about 100 crores, 150 and 200 crores kind of revenue. So that is hardly 2.5%, 0.25%, not 25. It's 0.25 or 0.4, 0.3% of the total market of that city we are talking about. So that is very reasonable, nominal, and it is easy to basically capture that market. To set up a experience center, we need a carpet area of 2,000 square feet, where you can consider your rent around 150 rupees. That gives you like 1 lakh rupees per month kind of rent. Then is the bifurcation of a reception area and brand display area and the theater for your metaverse setup. And your total capex to set up this, the equipment and setup cost is around 35 lakh rupees, and that's including your metaverse technology. So the technology cost is also included in your EC setup cost. Apart from this, because in your area, in your market, you are going to associate with resellers. So you also do some branding in shops, right? So that is the 9 lakh rupees investment for my franchisee to invest. We have a one-time non-refundable franchisee fee is 5 lakh rupees, and against this 5 lakh rupees, company provides you the complete support to set up the center, provides you the technology and equipments. So that is the N plus training cost, right? And the cost is my meta bikes, because we recommend my franchisee partner should have 10 field executives. So 10 field executives means we require 10 meta bikes. So the cost of one meta bike is 1,20,000 rupees. So total capex is 12 lakh rupees we require to purchase these meta bikes. Now, you can also purchase these meta bikes on EMI. So if you want to like take a loan, you can do that. So what we have considered in my capex, let's take an example. If you are buying like 10 bikes, so you are paying 10% upfront down payment, and you are taking these vehicles on EMI, right? So my upfront capex to set up the EC experience center is 50 lakh rupees. Okay. Now the categories that you are going to sell from your experience center and through the metaverse platform, that includes your primarily like 12 broad categories we have defined here. So 22% cement, 15% tiles, sanitary and bath fitting 15%, kitchen 5%, electricals, paints, pipe and plumbing. These are like 8% each. Doors and windows like 5%, hardware 6%, bricks and ACC blocks 1%, and wallpaper we are going to incorporate, and other white goods are around 8%. So that is my total sales that we do from these categories. That's 100% market capture. We don't have the category for steels. Okay, so TMT and aggregates we are not included in this business model.
But of late, Ashokji, we have added JSW Panther.
Okay.
And a local brand Rathi, and we are working on more brands.
Okay, so we are adding more brands in TMT and aggregates also. Great.
Yes.
Okay. Now your salaries for the staff. So we will talk about the staff that you require to run the center. So we are taking on an average like 4,21,000 rupees per month kind of your salary expense. Monthly rental we have considered 1 lakh rupee. Your electricity bill taking like 10,000 rupees per month. Repair maintenance cost around 5,000 rupees per month. Meta bike, your transportation, because you need like these are the EV vehicles, so these need like charging. So that is the logistic and transportation cost around 10,000 rupees per month. Your internet and telephone expense around 15,000 rupees per month, because we need high-end data transportation services. So our cost of like internet and telecommunication services will be higher. Other admin expenses around 5,000 rupees per month. Then we are calculating your EMI. So your EMI is going to be around for the year. It's 3,22,000 rupees for the year. This comes to around 27,000 rupees per month for your vehicle EMIs. Right. Now let's have a look at the HR cost that we are talking about, like 4,21,000 rupees. So what is the basically breakup for that? To run your experience center, you require one center head at basic salary of like you can say 20,000 rupees. A receptionist, we need one at 15,000 rupees. We need one meta executive at 15,000 rupees. We need 5 category experts in the experience center, so at 25,000 rupees. We need support staff, 3 people, that's at 12,000 rupees. Marketing executives, we need 10 at 20,000 rupees each, and 1 utility staff at 10,000 rupees. So your total expense, or you can say salary expenses for the year is 50,52,000, and that translates to 4,21,000 rupees per month. Now we'll look at the revenue projections and unit economics for the franchisees. So you have 10 field executives, and my one executive, he does like 6 visits per day. So we are taking almost 1 hour, 1 hour, 10 minutes, 15 minutes for one meeting, including your travel time. And working days, effective working days, we have considered per executive like 22 days. So that gives us a total number of field visits around 1,320 visits for the month. From these 1,320 visits, 20% of these visits will go into just organizing the meeting. Sometimes your meeting may cancel, sometimes rescheduling. So the buffer time you require to do the proper planning for meetings around 20%. So 264 visits will go into your management. And then you have 1,056 effective visits, right? And then these visits you are allocating to the team. So 500 visits, my field executives go to the field, go to the market, and they will speak to the direct to the customers, right? So they will bring direct business from these visits. Second point, my franchisee that we are looking for, he should have a bandwidth of, he should bring at the day of inauguration, the day of start, he should have a minimum network of 50 resellers, right? And his target to have minimum 100 resellers in his network, right? So per house, we are allocating basically 5 visits, right? So 250 visits we are allocating to the resellers. Any query or any interest comes from the reseller, my direct teams goes to that particular reference and basically do the sales pitch. So whatever the basically the leads is coming through reseller, or it's coming from direct or through influencer, it converts to a lead, right? And then we have a conversion ratio from these leads. Apart from this, for the first 3 months, if you look at my non-trade visits, so this is for like builders, you know. So if you target a city of like 20 lakh population, hardly you will get basically 40-50 builders who are primary builders in that market, and they capture around your 70-80% of the market. So you will allocate more time to basically create the network with non-traders, influencers, and after that you don't require much more meetings for non-trade business. So then 50-60 visits per month is more than enough to service that category, because that segment is a very low contribution in our total market. From these meetings, what we bring, basically we are saying we are going to bring only the 4% conversion, right? So out of these, we are basically bringing 20 orders from direct visits. Through resellers, we are bringing 10, and through non-trade, we are bringing 12. So 42. And then it goes up year on year, right? So we are adding more resellers and doing more meetings, and our conversion ratio will also go up. So it start at 4, and then it goes to like 5%, 6%, up to 8%. And again, this is very conservative side. We have projected these numbers. Now, what kind of sales you make for the year from these? So we are taking an average ticket size of 20 lakh rupees, right? If you look at the market, and if you look at a like material cost to construct a house is 40 lakh rupees. That is an average, right? So what we have done, we have taken slightly conservative side. So we are saying only 20 lakh rupees kind of business one house will give me. Okay. So from these businesses, we get 8.4 crore business in first month, right? And in this, your direct business contribution is 48%. Now, if you look at my total revenue here, so first year, my total revenue is 101 crore. Second year is 151 crore. Third year is 202 crores. So my 47% of this business comes from direct home visits, 46% comes through the reseller network, and 6% comes from the non-trade business. Right. Now, on this business, we have an intelligent margin management selling, right? Because in this business, this is the additional like 20, 30, 40 lakh rupees kind of sales you will be making through intelligent selling, where you have the good quality product, but you have the higher margins, right? So from that category, from this 20, 30, 40 lakh rupees, you will also earn some extra incentive. Okay. Now, again, as we have discussed the detailed bifurcation of the categories, so that's my 8.4 crore per month sale. Now we are coming to the payout to my franchisee, right? Payout to the franchisee for direct business, 1.5%. For through reseller, again, it's 1.5%. For non-trade, it's 0.5%. Right? Now my margins, gross margins for my franchisee, gross margin becomes 1.4 crore on a sales of 101 crore. Margin for my franchisee is 1.4 crore. Second year is 2.19 crore, and third year is 2.92 crores. Now you will get a performance incentive that is for the teams. So another 35 lakhs, 46 lakh rupees, and 1 crore kind of rupees you will get through performance incentives. So performance incentive, we are taking a benchmark of 200 crores. If you make 200 crore sale in first year, your incentive will be 1 crore. If you make 100 crore sales in first year, your performance achievement is only 50%, but you will be getting 35 lakh rupees incentive. Second year, you are going like 150 crores. Basically, you are making an incentive of 64 lakh rupees, right? So, but if you do more business, if you do more than 200 crores in first year or second year, your incentive will be more than 1 crore itself. So that you can withdraw in second year or third year is totally depending on your performance and team performance. Now, if you look at my capex that we talked about, 50 lakh rupees investment. My revenue from gross margins, 1.75 crores, 2.8 crores, and 3.9 crores. Right. Now let's have a look at the other expenses. So you have a expenses for your staff, right? Then you have indirect cost, basically operating cost of 20 lakh rupees. So 61 lakh here, 20 lakhs here. 80 lakh rupees is your operating cost. Your profit for the year is 93 lakh rupees. So franchisee break even is 6 months. And this 6 months is possible. And if you look at the IRR is 240%. Now take an example here. If you put just only 2 crore inventory in your center, if somebody wants to make that kind of like 100 crore or 200 crore of business, just putting 2 crores rupees of inventory, my break even becomes 32 months. Right? And that is not capture the full operating cost of my franchisee. If somebody wants to create a physical store without like the technology platform that EasyBuild has created, right? So that is crazy. So whole optimization of this business sits in your zero inventory model. Right? So ultimately your break even is only 6 months. Right? Now we talk about the company owned and franchisee operated center. So my revenue remains the same in COFO. My operating expenses remains the same in COFO. My incentives schemes are same in COFO model. Only difference in COFO that my franchisee does not require to put that capex 50 lakh rupees that we needed upfront to set up the experience center. So what franchisee investment here in COFO, franchisee has to pay a 5 lakh rupees franchisee fee, that is non-refundable, and they have to pay 10 lakh rupees of security deposit. Right? And that 10 lakh rupees security deposit in the third year at the time of exit, you will get your 10 lakh rupee deposit that you paid upfront. Right? So if you look at my investment, 15 lakh rupees, not 15 lakh, it's only the 5 lakh rupees, just, but yes, we need people who understand building and home construction business, people who are in these categories. So like people who are in the primary categories, like in like cement, steel, or like tiles, bricks, in those category, and who have the network of resellers. People who don't have the reseller network, they need to develop that network to start this business model, and that can bring the faster business, faster profits, and quick return on investment to your business. So his break even is only 3 months. And franchisee can make like 6 lakh rupees, 12 lakh rupees, and 19 lakh rupees per month kind of profits. Okay, so with this, I will end the presentation, and now we can take queries.
I will request Balraj to take up the question from Q&A box.
Yes, sir. There are a few questions which, the viewers and the investors would like to know. I know those questions, but I still would like to ask these questions. First of all, I would like to know which all areas we are planning for expansion, first plan.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
So area of expansion, yes, we are open for NCR.
Yes.
So we are in NCR, we are planning like 15 centers in NCR. So your Noida, Gurgaon, Faridabad, Delhi, your Meerut, Ghaziabad. So these are the very attractive locations and areas which are associated to like NCR, we can also explore them. Like you can consider like Jaipur is very attractive location. We can consider that, right? So that
that
is
would be
our
in the
primary
second phase
focus.
or the first phase?
Yeah, in the first phase, like for 6 months, we want to focus only on these this area, and then we are open for like UP and Bihar.
Okay. Though you have answered this question, I'll be repeating again because one of the investors asked this question.
Balraji, you are on mute.
Investment and the working capital. I know you have answered this, but again, just for an investor asking, so I want you to repeat this same.
There is no working capital required as such, but just you require basically 1 month of your rental and 1 month of your staff salaries.
Okay.
That is the only working capital required for you to run this business. As far as your inventory concerns, there is no like capital required for your inventory. It's a zero inventory model.
Perfectly. And there's one more investor who is asking about JSW1, how different we are from them. Though they are into one category only, but still, I would like to hear from your side too.
Yeah, I think here I would invite Sunil ji to talk about. Sunil ji, you are on mute.
On mute.
I've personally not gone through their concept, but whatever I've heard,
it is basically into same category, one category that
definitely
is steel, cement, and the kind
Cement
of
and steel.
yes, the 8 segments that we have made. This is into just one segment. If I talk about
Correct.
where we all, what we do is we write from your cement to end product. We are taking care of it.
Correct.
Right. And
Yeah.
and again, there are few more things that I really wanted to ask, like what are the marketing strategies that we are building for a better business for our investors who are going to take up franchisees?
Yes, Balraj, so our marketing strategy are very clear. We need partners who are already in the business, who understand building construction business, who has the network. So we need a strong operator who can bring the business and who can basically direct our teams, because the field executives you are going to appoint, so you need to utilize them very effectively and efficiently, and they can bring more business. So,
and one more,
and-
shop in shop. We were talking about shop in shop. So what kind of training that we'll be giving, or even I heard Sunilji was asking, there would be our person sitting there. So if you can just elaborate on it.
The person sitting in SIS will be trained in all categories, other than the category the shopkeeper is dealing, right? So he would be able to answer the queries or any questions of the prospect customer in every category. He'll be trained in all categories.
Okay. There's one more thing that if customers wants to add, order a product of various brands, how would he do it?
Come
I know it's
again.
through the app and all. If somebody wants to place up an order
Through the app.
Through the app. So what Sunilji wants to say is everything is there in the app. You can just shortlist them and place the order. And even the delivery time is available in that.
The delivery, the price, the delivery time, the details of the product, the attributes of the product, size, everything.
Yes, Pradeep Thomas is asking about the experience center picks. Pradeep ji, I would request to contact me. I'll share my contact detail and I'll share you the experience center, pictures and all. What is the benefit of the resellers and other category members in Architect to place their order on Easy Bill? Harsh Pradhanji is asking this question.
See, I explained you for reseller. Today, a reseller is dealing in one category, and in that category, maybe 1 brand, 2 brand, 3 brand, or maybe there is a bigger shop who's dealing in one or more than one category. So today
Okay.
he has opportunity to add more brands within his category without keeping inventory. And if he takes interest in cross categories, so all other categories are also available and the brands associated with us.
But just say a franchise is getting 1.5 to 1% to 1.5. What is the reseller would be getting?
Reseller would be getting dealers earn in the market when they are dealing in that product category. And I told you, in every order placed through the reseller, he can see in the next page his margin.
Okay. That's all from the question and answer round from my side. Amir and Gaurav, if you want to add something, otherwise we can end this session accordingly.
I think Mr. Sunil and Mr. Ashok has covered all the points. But if anyone has any questions, they can directly reach out to us. We'll be happy to clear them.
Great. So, Balraj, I think one more thing I want to add on here. So,
Yes.
the reseller or any category player who want to take easy build franchisee, they are not going to compromise on their current business model and their profit margins. They will continue to earn what they are earning on their product category, on their sales. So that remains as is. This is the add-on sales they do, and
The
they get
opportunity loss, which they'll be covering the opportunity loss. The customers which are coming in, not able to buy from their store, now they can buy the similar product from their store itself.
Balraj, very, very valid point Ashokji has raised. Let me re-emphasize this with an example.
Yes.
Doing an annual turnover of 10 crores, we don't want a single penny business of Asian Paints from his counter. He can continue to do his business of 10 crore, 11 crore, whatever. If there is a customer of Nerolac, if there is a customer of Berger or any other paint category which we have, so he can take that order and we can supply that.
Over to Neha, all done from Q&A round.
Thank you so much. Thanks all the panelists. Thank you, Sunil ji, for joining us and sharing your brand details to all our participants who have joined us today here on this panel. Guys, we tried to cover maximum questions being shared by you into the Q&A box. Mr. Balraj has already shared his contact details into the Q&A, the questions where you have shared. You can directly reach out to him. I have already shared the contact details and email ID of Franchise India to get in touch with us for one-to-one discussion. Also, my team, they plan to get back to you within a day or two to take the communication forward. So thanks a lot for joining us on this webinar today and understanding the business opportunity with Easy Build. Tomorrow, again, we are coming up with a new business opportunity with Monto Interior. I have shared the registration link into the chat window. You can click on the registration link and you can get yourself registered to know more detail about this leading interior designing company. What business opportunities they are giving to all of you. You can join us tomorrow at sharp 12 o'clock. Thank you so much for coming on the webinar today. I hope to see you tomorrow again. Thank you, everyone. I hope you will have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you.